Hello, how are you doing? So I just started a game. I'm playing a 9 dan on Thai Gem today. I am black and we have the Chinese 9 dan opponent with a tiger avatar. So anyway, I chose the start point and the 4-3 point. And I'm here debating between approach and the enclosure. I think I'll choose the approach today. It's unclear whether there is an answer at this early stage. Although with AlphaGo Zero and all the AIs that getting stronger, we might have answers like from the very early stage, who knows? Anyway, so white approached here and I could respond to this one, continue over this corner, or tenuki again and, for example, go to different side. I could continue with pressing over here. I'm not sure about pincering like that. I could pincer over here first and then extend to this side. Actually, I think that's one of the more common openings from this approach. So maybe let's try that one. I'll come over here, and this one is kind of forcing white to come out because if white doesn't, black would play here, and this stone over here will be kind of trapped. So more common response of white is to play here on e16. But white played here instead. And this one I kind of can't tenuki because white's tiger mouse would be such a good shape. I would prefer responding here. And if white plays here, which is common continuation, I could either play here to surround this area or extend here as I was planning when I played here, or I could even come over here because it's not likely that white can attack much of this one stone. And among all these options, I think I'll choose this one because this one is not really it's not really making any territory, but it's connecting these two black side. And next time I can either pincer here or go over here. So since white chose here, I will certainly start from this side, maybe like that. And because I have a good shape here, the local fight over here would be favorable for black. And I noticed in my last Thai Gem game video, the review somehow didn't work. My apology for that. I didn't realize. I was only concerned about getting the review window shown, and then I checked that it was visible on camera. And then when I launched into the review, I didn't really check what was happening on the recording, and then, that happened. So today, if I do the review, I'll make sure that it's working. So white tenukid, and I want to continue over here because I am developing this area. And it has great potential, so why not? And let's see. Okay, so white came here, and one thing I can do is to play this move and make sure that I have all this area. Or I could be a little bit greedy and come over here and kind of develop this area from here toward like this. That seems, yeah, kind of greedy, but then if I just play here, it's very clear that white would play here on Q13. And then I wouldn't have really good continuation to make it like much bigger. So actually I am thinking about playing here. And when white is going over here thinking this is sente, I might tenuki and come back here. See? Because if I answer here, I'm very confident that white would come up and I would need to
Overtime
play here,
countdown has begun.
and then white will kind of save this one stone, etc. By the way, let me turn down the volume a little bit because I know Taizem can be very disturbing with this sound. I actually tried to play on PandaNet today and with 5-dan account, the Haylee 2. And then I stayed there for about 20 minutes looking for an opponent. No one seemed to be willing to play with me today. I think it's a little bit unusual time in Japan or in Korea. So maybe that's why. Hopefully next time I will get to play the 5-dan again. So since I tenukid white
9,
double approached
8.
here, I'll have to come out. White will get to take the corner, but I wouldn't worry about this group over here because I have plenty of space to run out to. White would extend here. I'll need to connect, and usually white would jump, knight move, and then I would hane here. Yes, like that. Right. So it seems like the key area of this game is this black's moyo over here and white's potential here. Basically, white has these two smaller territories, and I'll have to make sure that this one big area is big enough to compensate all these three. These two are kind of fixed already, so the only uncertain area is this one and this black's territory, how big
9,
it's going to be.
8, 7, 6, 5,
So
4.
I think I will invade here. And one good thing about this invasion is that when I come out, this can weaken this white one stone as well. So that's nice. It's also limiting white's territory here. My plan from this point would be to kind of secure this black group, come out to this side, and then get sente. You know, I love sente. All the strong players love sente. So get sente and continue over here. That would be an ideal situation. And from these two stones, when your opponent has a knight's move, this two-space jump is very common shape. And that's because it's difficult for white to try to cut this one off with all these black sente moves. But of course things are a little different with this white stone. So that would mean that I need a little bit of reinforcement here. And then I can probably go out to the center relatively easily. But I have to make sure that there's no cutting point here first. So let's extend. And I wonder if I should exchange this one or not. Could be a good idea. Because later, once white attaches here, white might become like very aggressive and not respond to my moves around here. So let me do this. And then I feel like my group over here is kind of strong now. So I want to exchange this one, because this one would be looking at white's weakness over here, and this one is also helping this territory here. So that's why. And then I think there is still this cutting point over here. But probably not a good idea to try to cut white when I'm not very strong.
9, 8, 7, 6,
So
5.
I guess I will respond for now. And still there is a cutting point with my attach here. And then I come out. If white harness here, I can connect like that. And with this Atari, I would connect like this. So this shape is strong. Ooh, wait. So I feel like I do have a chance to cut white off.
Overtime countdown has begun.
Although it's going to be it's going to be super complicated. Should I do it? Oh well, why not? I'm curious to see what happens, right?
9, 8.
Okay. Seems like we are doing it. Okay, so we are cutting white off. And we'll have to see what happens from here. It shouldn't be too difficult for white to save these two groups. What I'm hoping here is to kind of weaken white in both places so that I would have the time to secure this group and also build something here. We will have to see how well that goes. That's an interesting move. White is threatening this coal. And I think I should worry about that.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Okay. Okay. So I do that. And I can't wait to play over here, but I'm not sure if I can tenuki this group. Probably bad idea. So let me do this. Now it should be safe. It's almost connected to this group. And over here, I can kind of shoulder hit this one and all. And I will pip here. And connect this side. I'm kind of having a second thought about my decision to cut here. If white lives here very easily, then I don't get to do much with this center group. It would be like I didn't gain anything from all these moves. So maybe that wasn't the best idea. I'm not sure. Oh well. Now what do I do? I think I should kind of play around here because my black group is not very thick. And then I would play here. Still the same idea. And now I guess I will exchange this one because I don't want white to jump in. And I also have to come around here, I think. Mm.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Wait. I think I do need to respond here eventually. Not quite sure what's the best way to fix this shape. Connecting here would be the intuitive answer. Was my intuitive move, but it felt a little bit slow. I thought about Hane here, but when white Hane is back, I can't double Hane. So is that good or not? And now what do I do?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 2 overtimes left.
That's really good move. I don't know how to respond to that. Maybe I
9,
will do
8,
this.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
No, theirs is attached, and I don't think that's a very good idea. And I can't connect because of that.
The last overtime. 9.
Okay. So I think this is the only move. That's kind of bad because my point over here is much less. I don't like it at all. Oh well. It's kind of late to regret. And now white can Atari here or respond to that. And I guess I will Hane here. Or should I extend? Extend
The last
seems a little
overtime.
better. Because if I Hane, white will cut and Atari and push. And then I'll have to extend again, and when white comes around here, this can become really big. And I don't want that. What I want is to get in somehow.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6.
I really need to reduce this area. But when I come over here, I was a little bit concerned about white like attaching here, and then at some point I have to come back here. So I was like, I'm not sure about that. So that's why I chose this one instead. And over here, it seems very thin. And I hate empty triangles. But if I attach here, I think white will wedge. And I don't see any good follow-up, so I'm going to do this. Sometimes you do this. I guess you are seeing it now. Not highly recommended every time, if you can avoid especially. Anyway, so seems like we're getting into
9,
the end game. I have a feeling that I might not have enough point.
the last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh. Oh well. But I didn't get to count yet, so we will have to see. My feeling is that I only have this area while white has these 3 territories or 4. And white of course has Komi as well. But because white kind of tenukid from my move over here, I might... what's going on here? I didn't think white could do that. I guess white
The last
could.
overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6.
I don't know. So if I do something like that, there is that connection, huh? Dot, 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 dot.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, it seems like there was no way I could cut these off. So can you do coal? I guess we will have to do coal. Well, I could do that.
The last overtime.
No, but
9,
then white will come
8,
out.
7.
Okay, so I guess we are doing coal. And do I have good coat threads? Maybe that. It should be difficult for white to ignore this one. So I do that. And what else is my coat threads? Maybe Hane here. Or connecting this one. This one is too big for me to give up. So I do that. then
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
um oh what? Is that code red? Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. I wasn't sure, but then I didn't have better code red. What do I do? So I do that. Oh wait, I think it was better to do 3-3 point. Um oh gosh. I think I'm in a big trouble.
The last overtime. 9, 8.
Oh well. We'll see. There are too many things that I have to save and I have no clue where to go.
The last overtime. 9, 8.
There is a little bit of I shape here. And I'll have to do this one also. And of course that's a big problem also.
The last overtime. 9, 8.
I'll have to squeeze around and then connect. But then white gets to take the corner. That kind of annoys me, but I don't have other choice. Well, at least I'll get these two stones, right? So yeah, it seems like it was slightly better to do the 3-3 point than the Atari. But I'm not clear. I'll have to look at that later
9,
to be sure.
8.
seems like white is letting me live with this group because white didn't, respond to this block, and I can capture this one and leave. And
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
wait,
2, 1.
my mouse was not working somehow, and then I got kind of scared that I would lose my time.
Nine.
Oh, interesting. Because white is kind of not avoiding the call. And I think I will go for the call as well.
The last overtime. 9.
So let's do that. And that. Hmm. And that. I wonder if this was a bad idea. Maybe I shouldn't have started the call. Oh well, should be okay. I'm wondering if this is my code thread or not. Oh, that's really good. And then I guess I'll do this.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7.
Or that. It was, I don't know. It seems like could have been my
9,
code
8.
thread here. Yeah, it is my code threads. So I'll do that now. And then take that. And then do that. And then should I exchange anything around here or not? Like that? Probably not necessary, right? So I would do this. And that. Oh, cool. So I got this. Oh, now except that white has that. Duh. So I should actually do this.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6.
Okay, and I'll use this code thread. And white has one, maybe two. This one could be code thread 2, 3, 4.
9, 8, 7.
Okay. And
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I guess I'll do that. Take this. That. Well, I have to connect. I'm just thinking what code thread I have after.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay, do that. And then what? I think I'll connect here.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6.
And that's a code thread because when white connects, I can attach here, I think. Or was I wrong? Worst case, I think I can take this one and should be possible to leave. We will see about that. I think I got these two stones, and that's a good gain. See? Okay, I think now it's really endgame. The biggest place should be here, and that's Sente. Or is it not Sente? The fact that white is not playing makes me wonder if it wasn't Sente. And white did Tanuki. But isn't this like really big? Huh. I guess it wasn't as big as I thought. I would exchange this one first before white cuts here. And then block this one. Then I want to do this. And a Tari here. So it's all endgame now. And then take here. And I will hane this one. Oh, I just realized that I should have haned before blocking this one. That was my mistake. See, because now white can do that. Stupid me. And then I will block this one because white can push here and then hane, and that seems kinda annoying. So I do this. If white comes out, I block this one. And then I will save this one. I feel like these two are kind of mihai over there. So, because I was so busy figuring out where to play next, I didn't really have the time to count. And right now I kind of lost the timing of counting because there are no big decisions I would make based on the result of the counting. So at this point, it's just a matter of knowing the result, not making different choices. Anyway, I guess I will connect here. And as you can see, the game is almost over. That's not Sente. So I hane here. And the way white is playing over here, it's very safe, and that kind of tells me that white believes that white won. So maybe this wasn't big enough. Although I think I did gain at the end with like capturing these two stones. So if that wasn't enough, that means I was like way behind before that. Now that I think about it, this attach and cut may have been too early. I didn't gain much at all. White very easily lived in
9,
here, and then I didn't get to attack this center group at all. So it seems like it was more important to secure this group first and then see what I can do here. Because white did have the weakness. White probably needed to come back at some point, and then I could take the turn to get something good. Anyway, since the game's almost over, I would I'll see what the result is.
9, 8, 7.
Nah, that's kinda nice. Okay, let's finish it off. It's done. That and that and that and this one. Maybe I can do quick count. 5, 6, 14, 20, 33, 37, 48, 50, about 60. Oh yeah, I lost. It seems like I am about like 4 to 5 points behind after Komi.
The last overtime.
So yeah, although I did gain over here, it wasn't enough. Probably because my whole group over here didn't have much. Like while I did the ko over here, I made my ko thread, but ended up white got this much anyway. And then my group got really weak. On the other hand, when you look at this board, I feel like I did succeed to build a big territory, and then white didn't gain very much other than here and that. So I wonder if my opening plan wasn't very good. Hmm. Because white already had these territories before. What white gained is just a little bit in the center,
9,
and this one
8,
was there too.
7,
Or maybe it's just that I didn't manage to get anything else other than this group, this territory. Oh well. I guess I should have done better in this call, maybe. Hmm. But considering how much trouble I was in, this is this is not too bad.
9,
And I guess I'll be more cautious next time before starting a fight like this. So I would say the big problem of this game was that I started this fight too early, and that led me to inefficient result where I was kind of busy connecting this group while white was building somewhere here, and then I got weak there. Oh, another thing is that I think I should have responded right away when white pulled it off. White's cutting over here was kind of painful. And what else? I guess that's about it. So there's this one point, and I'll take this one, and white will take here, and I'll connect this one, and white connects, and I connect that. That would be the end of the game. So according to my quick count earlier, I think I would lose by about 5.5, 4.5. Let's see. And white takes that, and I connect. Okay, that was a good game. I feel really bad that I haven't won for a while. I should have played the 5 down today so that I would win something. Maybe next time I really try to win. Or maybe I'll keep losing and then I go 8 down, and then there I would certainly do better. And then I could come back to 9 down. That can be a plan. But I think I have some games to lose before I go to 8 dan because I was doing
9,
okay before.
8,
And let's pass because I think it's all just tame now. What? Oh, what? It seems like my opponent thinks we have a Chinese rule. Because in Chinese rule, you have to fill in the tame. But on Taijam, it's not necessary. It's a Korean rule, which is very close to Japanese rule. We only count the territory, the points inside. We don't count the number of stones on the board.
9,
In the Chinese rule, tame does matter because when the number of tame is odd, whoever has the turn will get one more stone on the board, and that can become one point. So can you just go into counting? I don't want to do all that. I guess white does want to fill everything in.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 2 overtimes left.
Can you just go into counting, please? Okay. Okay, my opponent is refusing to count.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Or am I mistaken? I mean, this is certainly Korean rule because Taijam is Korean server. Oh, okay. Now my opponent agreed to count. Oh, okay, it's 3.5, not 4 or 5. Okay, so it was an interesting game. I think I made some bad decisions early on, and the game kind of got difficult for me. At the end, I made good catch up, but it wasn't quite enough. So that was the game for today, and we have Thanksgiving in the US here. I'll be traveling, but I'll see if I can make a video during my travel. We will see about that. In any case, I'll see you in my next video, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.